Hey, what's up, everybody? It's JJ. I am the founder of Uri Marketing, and next to me is Elliot Willard, one of the clients that we are currently still working with right now. Elliot Willard is a loan officer at a credit union in Massachusetts, and what we have been doing, and we have been working together lately, getting them good quality, consistent leads through Facebook ads.
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, here's the man himself, Elliot Willard. And so my question to you is, prior to working with me, what were you doing in regards to marketing to bring more first-time homebuyer leads into the credit union?
Absolutely. Yeah, before I met Jay or Jonathan, I actually been in the banking business for a very long time, but in the last 6 months, that's when I started in banking again. So I've been out of banking for over 6 years. And what happens when you're out of business for so long, all the lead sources that I had, I used to work with financial planners, I used to do first-time home buyer seminars, we used to do multiple different marketing things. I had all these sources of business coming in.
Right.
But after the past 6 years, I lost all those sources. So I knew that when I started here in early April, that I needed desperately to do marketing. So what the first thing that made sense to me to do was go to Chamber of Commerce meetings. And by going to the chambers, it worked out well. I got to meet a lot of professionals, and I did a lot of social networking. But what I found is that by going to multiple meetings, it was taking up a lot of my time, and I wasn't really getting any leads. So I was starting to get a little frustrated. It was interesting that I met you at one of the last ones I decided to go to, and you were talking about social media, and I said,
yep.
What's social media? So you started explaining to me, and it wasn't really hitting. I wasn't getting it. But anyways, you were smart enough to make an appointment with me. And then when we sat down, I looked at you seem very knowledgeable, you're very likable, very professional, but I still wasn't understanding exactly how that would benefit my marketing. So we made a second appointment, and then after the second meeting, I said, wow, this is something that could really work, because before that second meeting, I was thinking about how did I do my marketing in the past. I used to go in and out of real estate offices, and that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I used to sit down with financial planners, and these financial planners would refer their clients to me because they wanted to do a rate and term refinance or some type of refinance. And then I also did first-time home buyer seminars. So that was back then, in which everything was working, and I can still do that now, but of course it would take me a long time to develop. And I needed business immediately. So when you were talking about social media, I started thinking about, I go, you know something? This could work. Yeah. So I talked to the corporate executive office here, and I told them what you were talking about and how this could benefit us. So we gave it a shot.
Cool.
And we got to meet you and work with you.
You hear that? They gave me a shot.
Right, they gave me a shot.
100%. Yeah. So ever since that the CEO and the team decided to hire me, which I'm very thankful for.
Yes.
What has it been like since then working with me?
Well, it's interesting is because one of the first things you wanted us to do is do a video, and I said I don't want to do a video. I mean, but you talked us into it. So myself and another loan officer, we did a 1-minute video. And hoping that the video came out well, which it sounds like it did, because you said after the first week we had like 10 or 12,000 hits.
Yep.
And the problem was we had a lot of people watching the video, but very few were actually filling out any type of an application.
Yeah.
So you said, wait a minute now, we're getting the interest. So you tweaked it a little bit. Mm-hmm. And when you tweaked it a little bit, all of a sudden we got the first day 2 leads, which was, I was really happy. The next day 4 leads. The day after that 5 leads. I was getting very comfortable getting 4 or 5 leads a day. After the first couple of weeks, we had over 30 first-time home buyer leads. Now these are good leads, but these are people who are looking to buy. Some maybe 1 or 2 months from now. Mm-hmm. Others might be 6 months to a year. But we don't care because they're first-time home buyers, and I'm more than happy to work with these people because I know that there's going to be business down the road. Mm-hmm. Not only that, I can get referrals from them, and also some of these people, if they're not represented by a realtor, I can refer them to realtors. Yeah. And these realtors in turn may refer business back to me. So to me, I cannot say how happy that this is working out, and we're definitely going to continue to use you.
Awesome. Cool. So my question to you is, would you recommend me to any other mortgage brokers or banks in the area by any chance?
I'd be more than happy to refer you to mortgage brokers and banks as long as they're 100 miles away. Or 30 miles away. As long as they're not going to compete with what we got going here. I don't want that to stop. Absolutely. But not only just mortgage brokers or bankers, I would refer you to any professional because I know how difficult it is for mortgage professionals or any person in business to attract new business.
Cool.
And now I'm a big fan of social media, and I just wish I knew about it years ago. So would I refer you? Absolutely, 100%.
Nice, nice. So I know. So one more question I have for you. I know you can't talk too much about the leads because of the legality of the bank and all that good stuff.
Yes.
But are these leads are they warm leads? Are they cold leads? Like, how are you? Have you reached that? Have you been able to get a hold of people?
No, that's a good question. They're definitely not cold leads, and I would say they're warm leads because these people that are responding, they, for whatever reason, they've decided now it's time to buy a house. Okay, when I used to do these seminars in the past, it was really interesting. People would come to the seminar, and some were looking to buy right away. Other ones were just looking to gather information. And then what would happen is that the ones who were looking to gather information, I wouldn't hear from them until like 3 months later. Then they'd give me a phone call saying, "Oh, Elliot, we decided that we're definitely going to buy now. Something happened in the neighborhood. They got a fight with their mother, whatever it is. They want to move out." And so that was good. And then guess what happens? All of a sudden, I don't hear from those people again. Mm-hmm. And then 3 months, by the third time I've heard from these people, they're ready to buy. So as far as these leads, these are identical to those type of leads. There is that these people are going to buy. You know, they're curious. They want to do their homework. How much money do we need down? What do we qualify for? How much of a mortgage? You know, how is our credit score? So this, what we can do immediately, or in some people's cases, they may call me back 3 months later or 6 months later. But what's nice about this is now that we have their names, we have their phone numbers, emails, I'm constantly, like every couple of weeks or maybe every 3 weeks, I'll just send them another email. Yep. Because I do know that these people will buy. It's just a matter of time. Yep. So I would say these are very nice, warm leads. Yes.
Thank you. Awesome, awesome, cool. Well, you heard it here first. As Elliot did say, like, as long as you're not in his zone, then it is possible for you to work with us. But other than that, thank you so much, Elliot. And I'm really happy that you guys gave me the opportunity to work with you, and I look forward to other future campaigns.
Well, thank you.
All right, awesome. Thank you.
Yep.